Hello, my dear students. Myself, Dr. Pitambar Umne, founder Botany for You, and working as professor and head department of botany, Dharampet MP Dev Memorial Science College, Nagpur, Maharashtra, India. I welcome you all in this online platform for the students of Life Sciences Botany for You. Friends, if you are new or not yet subscribed our YouTube channel, then kindly like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel Botany for You. And also press bell icon for the alerts of every lecture to be uploaded on different life sciences titles. And if you want to associate with us through the Telegram group, then the link is given in the description. Through that you can join the Telegram group and can take the advantage of the literature assistance in the form of PDF, as well as career opportunities in life sciences in India and abroad. If you want to contact with us, then you can visit our website www.botanyforyou.com. Friends, in our earlier classes, we have completed the 7 different lectures based on the syllabus of semester 3 botany prescribed by RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur. And today's is the last lecture on this syllabus, which is based on the horticulture. So first of all, we'll see the syllabus of this 4th unit of the paper, and then we'll continue the different 75 MCQ type of the questions on this unit. As I earlier told, in new syllabus, every paper having the 4th unit, and that is skill based unit or the skill development. And in this paper, the unit based on the horticulture. There are the different topics in this unit, which includes the horticulture, definition and the scope, importance of horticulture, then water requirement and irrigation, then nutrient management for the horticulture. Then the second topic include the method of propagation of the following horticultural crops, then propagation by the seed, vegetative propagation and propagation through specialized organs. And the examples which are given for these different propagation methods, that are rose, chrysanthemum, croton, mango, citrus, guava, and the last one is lilium. In third unit, which is based on the bonsai preparation, even the bonsai having the high demand, and that is one of the best skill based topic in this unit. So let's see the different MCQ type of the questions based on this unit. Question number 1, that is headquarter of International Society for Horticulture Science is at. So we must remember such a type of the names, and the headquarter of the International Society for the Horticulture Science is situated in Belgium, and hence B will be the answer. Then journal, that is the Indian Horticulture, is published by. So the horticulture is one of the topic from the agriculture, and hence here the related institute, that is the Indian Council of Agricultural Research, and is related with the publication of the journal, that is the Indian Horticulture. Then which of the following method of irrigation is high water use efficient? Means there may not be the wastage of water during this irrigation. If we see the flood irrigation, then sprinkler irrigation and the drip irrigation, in flood irrigation and the sprinkler irrigation, there is a lot of wastage of water, and hence it is not the high water use efficient. And hence the drip irrigation, where the waste of the water is not there, and only as per the requirement of the plant the water is provided in the form of drips, and hence C will be the correct answer for this question. Then disease-free plants in micropropagation can be obtained through. Usually the apical meristems are free from the viruses as they are fast multiplicating cells or the tissues, and hence the meristem culture which provide the new plants or the plantlet that are usually the disease free. Then making an incision below a bud to retard its growth is called as. If we see such type of the condition on the branch, say for example, here there are the nodes, and if on the node there is a bud, and if the cut is made on the upper side of the, making the cut below a bud, that is here, and such a type of the incision or the cut which is given, and that is known as the nicking to the plant body. Then in principles of bonsai, that is, which are the different principles which are to be kept in the mind while preparing the bonsai. So which of the following look for? So some of the principles, and out of that the small leaves or the needle, which is one of the best character for the selection of the plant for the preparation of the bonsai. Then shorter internodes and the branching characteristics. If the internodes will be the shorter, it will be easy to keep the height of the plant short. And the branching characteristics, which is responsible for giving a beautiful look to the bonsai plant. And then the attractive bark or the roots. Say for example, if we can take an example of the banyan tree having the prop roots which are showing a beautiful picture when the banyan tree can be converted into the bonsai. And in this way, all these three are the suitable characters which are from the principles of the bonsai preparation, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following aftercare of bonsai is correct? Aftercare means after the potting of the plant body. Here, what are the different characteristics or what are the different cares or the practices that should be used? So first one, that the pinching once or the twice. As we know, for the preparation of the bonsai, there is need to tie the roots to avoid the unnecessary growth of the plant body. So this is one of the important character. Then pruning for its size, there may not be the unnecessary growth of the branch or the branches, hence there is need of the pruning also. Then training, that is the desirable shape. If you want to provide a specific type of the shape to the plant, then there is need to train the plant as per our aim, and hence this is also the correct. So here must be the option D, that is all the above, and hence the D option will be there, that all these are correct with respect to the aftercare bonsai. Then which of the following horticulture practice of cultivation is used for bonsai? So if you see through seeds, then cuttings, layering, and the grafting. So these are the different methods which are utilized for the cultivation of the plants. Even for the bonsai preparation, the seed can be used for the formation of the plant or cultivation of the plant. Even the cuttings can be used. If we can take one of the branch of the banyan tree and can cultivate, then it can also be used for the preparation of the bonsai. Then even the plants raised from the layering and the grafting, that are also suitable for preparation of the bonsai, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following fruits are polyembryonic? Polyembryonic means when there are the presence of more than one embryo in the seed, they are known as the polyembryonic. When they germinate, there is a formation of the multiple shoots. And here the mango and the citrus both are the polyembryonic plant, and hence both A and B will be the answer for this question. Then which of the following statement is correct for the bonsai? Number 1, that is the watering once in a week is sufficient in the winter season or if the climate is winter like. So this is correct statement. Then frequent manuring is essential as there is limited soil. You know very well that the pots which are used, they are not deep in the bonsai, and hence there is very less amount of the soil. As there is less amount of the soil, there is necessity to provide the frequent manures or the fertilizers, and hence second statement is also correct, and hence both A and B will be the answer for this question. Then which of the following fruit the seed are sown immediately after extraction? So there is need to dry the seeds in mango and guava for sowing it for the cultivation. But if you see the citrus fruit, immediately after the harvest or the extraction from the fruit, it has the ability to germinate, and hence A will be the correct answer for this question. Then guava seed takes, you know, the guava seeds which are very much hard, and hence here they will take the 2 to 8 weeks for its germination. Then nutrient loving plant is, means most of the nutrients are required by which plant? So here the citrus plant require a lot of nutrients, and hence it is known as the nutrient loving plant. Fruit most suited for the jelly making is, the most important fruit of jelly preparation is guava, and hence B will be the correct answer for this question. Then which of the following is sensitive to high water table? If you see the cultivation of the guava, cultivation of the mango and cultivation of the citrus, usually the guava plants are cultivated in the sandy soil type, as there is very less amount of the water in the soil, as it is very much sensitive to the high water table, and hence A will be the correct answer for this question. Then scaly cutting propagation method is used in propagation of, this is most important characteristics of the lilium, in which the scaly cutting type of the propagation is used, while it is not used in the guava, mango and the citrus, because scaly cutting is used for such a type of the plant which are producing the rhizome or which are rhizomatous plant, and hence C will be the correct answer. Then bending is a practice in guava to encourage. Usually the branches are bent and some of the leaves are picked up, and that is known as the bending. This is carried out to avoid the unnecessary wastage of the food material, so that the plant can use the stored food for the fruiting or the better fruiting, and hence C will be the correct answer for this question. Then major cause of mango fruit drop is, you know, there is lot of flowering to the mango, but very few fruits are developing on the plant. And what are the reason? Then the lack of pollination, this is the correct. Then low stigmatic receptivity, this is also the correct. And the defective perfect flowers, this is also the correct. And hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then horticulture is the study that includes, horticulture is the study of the cultivation and cultivation practices of the plants, which are producing the fruits, vegetables and the flowers also. And hence C will be the correct answer for this question. Then artificial method of propagation includes, if you see the grafting, it is artificial method, cutting, which is the artificial method, and hence both A and B will be the answer for this question. Then roses can grow successfully if the stalk and scion are. If we are budding or grafting, then say for example this is the tea budding, in which we have to fix the eye from the other or the bud. So this bud which is fixed is a scion, and on the plant in which we are fixing the scion is the host, or it is also known as the stalk. So whatever the type of the plants that we are going to cultivate, there must be the necessity that both belongs to the same species, maybe the different varieties, and hence of the similar species is very much important in grafting or the budding also. Then which of the following methods do not includes in artificial reproduction? Cutting is artificial reproduction, budding is artificial reproduction, then rhizome is a natural process of reproduction, layering is artificial reproduction. Then not include in the artificial reproduction, and hence C will be the correct answer. Then urea is source of, if you see the urea, then it is the source of nitrogen because it contains the nitrogen. Then which is not applicable to vegetatively propagated plants? Number 1, to get true to type plants, then to protect an elite quality, to conserve a plant, and to get a new type of the plant. Number 1, that to get the true type, that is the clones, and this is only possible because of the vegetative propagation. Then to protect the elite quality, this is also the true or the correct. Then to conserve the plant, here the vegetative propagation can be carried out. So first C are the correct one. And not applicable, that to get the new type of the plant, here through the vegetative reproduction the same characters are transmitted in the next generation from the host to the scion, and hence here there will not be the formation of the new plant, because every time, say for example, if we have to take the plant A and cut the branch and will be used to cultivate, then the same characteristics of the A will be there, and hence there will not be the possibility of the formation of the new type, and hence D will be the answer of this question. Then green manure plants used by farmers mainly belong to family. The basic thing behind this is to provide the nitrogen, and the leguminous plants having the root nodules which are rich in nitrogen, and hence the plants from the legume family are used as a green manure, and hence C will be the correct answer, that is the Fabaceae or the Leguminosae. Then waterlogging of soil makes it physiologically dry, because physiologically dry, waterlogging means if the soil contain a lot of water, and then also the soil is known as the physiologically dry soil, because if the amount of water will be increased, automatically the oxygen content of the soil will be reduced, and if the soil oxygen will be reduced, the roots will not be able to absorb the water, because they will not get the sufficient quantity of the oxygen for the respiration, and hence this condition does not allow the oxygen to enter the soil, because the water is more in the soil, and hence B will be the correct answer for this question. The instrument which is used for sowing of seed with fertilizers together at a time is, means the fertilizers and the seeds both are sown at the same time with the instrument, and that instrument is known as the Ferticum seed drill, in which the seeds and the fertilizer both are sown at the same time. Then India has the best adaptability for the horticultural practices because we know there are the variety of plants, right from the vegetables, fruits plant, then flowering plants, and even the spices. So everything can grow in a soil of India, and this is because of the variety of soil in the country. Even every organism requires a specific type of the set of the environmental condition. It means that there is a need of the proper climatic condition, and India has the variety of the climatic condition as well as the variety of the soil in the country, and because of that here we can raise a variety of horticultural plants, and hence both A and B will be the answer for this question. Then which of the following necessity is in terms of food per head per day in Indian population? In terms of the horticulture, if you see the need of the food per head per day of the Indian population, then it is 85 gram fruits and 200 gram vegetables, which is estimated. Then wastelands can be best utilized to cultivate hardy horticultural crop like, because the wasteland having the hard soil and less water. So in such a situation, mostly we can cultivate the trees. So the fruit producing trees and even the medicinal plants can be cultivated in such a type of the hardy or the hard soil, and hence C will be the correct answer for this question. Then which of the following is not importance of horticulture? There are the many importance of the horticulture. Out of that, it is a source of variability in produce, that is the production. As we know, there is a production of the fruit, production of the vegetables, production of the flowers, etc. Then it is a source of medicines, as there is a cultivation of the medicinal plants. Then source of foreign exchange, as the agricultural or the horticultural product can be sell out outside the country, which will responsible for the increase in the foreign exchange of the country, and hence all the above are the importance of the horticulture, but not a importance of horticulture, and hence none of the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following is the best scope of horticulture? So source industry processing requirements. Horticulture is a source for the industry processing requirement because the many horticulture based or the agriculture based industries are depend upon the product of the horticulture. Then in boosting the import and export, this is also the correct statement. Then exploitation of variety of agroclimatic condition, and according to that we are going to select the different product which are cultivated or the different plants which are cultivated in the different area of the country, and hence all the above become the scope of the horticulture. Then which of the following factors affects the irrigation practices? Means how many times we have to provide the water to the plants, that will be depend upon the many factors. So first one, the topography and soil characteristics. Definitely the topography and the soil characteristics are important factors when we are talking about the irrigation to the fields. Then weather condition, we know if the rainy season is there, there is no need to provide the water. If summer is there, then there will be the frequent need of the water. In this way, the weather conditions are also equally important during the irrigation practices. Then kind of plants to which the irrigation is provided, and this is also the important because the quantity of water will be required by the different plants in a different quantity, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following methods is example of overhead or the aerial irrigation? So first one, that the revolving nozzles, you know, in the fields there are the revolving nozzles, and such a type of the revolving nozzles are the example of overhead or the aerial irrigation. Then even similar type of the sprinkles are used in the fields, and these are also the example of the overhead or the aerial irrigation, and hence both A and B will be the answer for this question. Then which of the following is not surface irrigation method? See, the not surface irrigation method. Flooding means to provide the water directly in the field, that is the flooding. Then furrowing, making the furrows, so that is again from the surface irrigation. And ringing means when there is a plant, then we have to provide the water in the form of the ring around the plant. So all these are the examples of the surface irrigation, and hence none of the above will be the answer for this question, which is not the surface irrigation method. Then which of the following method of irrigation usually practiced and with underground pipelines? Means irrigation but with the help of underground pipelines. Surface irrigation is without pipeline, then subsurface irrigation is with the pipeline, then overhead irrigation without pipeline, drip and the trickle is without, and hence B will be the correct answer for this question. Then which of the following method of irrigation is not type of subsurface irrigation? Number one, the trench method. Second one, the underground pipeline. Then perforated pipeline. So not the type of subsurface irrigation. So the basin type is not the subsurface irrigation, as the trench method, underground pipeline and perforated pipeline are the different irrigation methods which are the examples of the subsurface irrigation. Then which of the following statements is correct with respect to inorganic fertilizers? We know there is utilization of the inorganic fertilizers as a supplement, and hence they are industrially manufactured chemicals. This is the correct for the inorganic fertilizers. Then nutrient input is lost through the leaching, runoff, etc. This is also the correct with respect to the inorganic fertilizers. Then they contain higher nutrients than organic manures, and this is also the correct statement, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then match the following pairs. Then first one, that is the bulky organic manure, and the example of bulky organic manure is a cattle dung. Then the concentrated organic manure is that is the castor cake is the best example for this one. Then inorganic manures are manufactured in companies or the industries which are considered as a manufactured chemicals, and irrigation type is the trickle system, and hence now they are correctly paired. Then which of the following concentrated organic manure is richest in nitrogen content? If you see the blood meal, coconut cake, then neem cake and castor, so more than 15% is found in the blood meal, then 7%, then 5% and 3%. So it means that the richest source of the nitrogen is a blood meal. Then which of the following bulky organic manure is the best source of the nitrogen? So rural compost is less concentrated, then the urban compost is more concentrated with respect to the nitrogen. Then from the urban compost, again the poultry manure is more concentrated with respect to the nitrogen, and then the most one is the vermicompost. And hence, if we compare the rural urban poultry manure, then the vermicompost is the best bulky organic manure where the nitrogen is maximum. Then in which of the following method of fertilizers application the fertilizer is used in solid state? We know the fertilizers are provided either in a solid state or in the liquid state. So here in a broadcasting it is provided in a solid state. In foliar application it is provided in a liquid state. In starter solution it is in a liquid state, and hence the solid state will be the A, that is the broadcasting. Then which of the following statement is correct for the starter solution? It is applied in a liquid medium as we have seen earlier, correct one. Then concentration may not exceed 1%, this is also the correct one. And the seeds or the propagules are kept immersed till rooting emergence, and this is also the correct statement. And hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following method of fertilizers application is applied during the irrigation? So the fertigation is a technique in which the fertilizers are given at the time of the irrigation or with the irrigation, and hence B will be the correct answer for this question. Then in which of the following method the fertilizers are applied in a solid, liquid and liquid state both? So the foliar application is a liquid one, broadcasting is a solid one, band placement is a solid and the liquid, and starter solution is in the liquid form. It means that C, that is the band placement, is used as a solid as well as the liquid state. Then a method of fertilizer application, that is the fertigation, is commonly used in. So the fertigation is used for the cut flower production also, fruit crops also, as well as the vegetables also, and hence D will be the correct answer for this question. Then foliar application of urea is found effective in. The foliar application of the urea is given in case of the citrus as well as the guava also, and hence both A and B will be the answer for this question. Then which of the following method of propagation is sexual method of reproduction? Grafting is a vegetative reproduction, then vegetative method. Seed is a production of the sexual reproduction. Budding is a vegetative reproduction, and the sexual method is by means of the seed, and hence C will be the correct answer for this question. Then which of the following method is used in croton propagation? The crotons are propagated with the help of seeds also, with the help of air layering as well as the stem cutting. All these are the common methods of the croton propagation, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. In vegetative propagation, the root stocks are known to impart marked effect on the plant in terms of, because when we are talking about the vegetative propagation, the root stock is very much important. Resistant to the diseases, this is correct one. Then longevity of the plants, this is also the correct, and production of quality of flowers, and this is also the correct, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following method of propagation is vegetative reproduction? So the budding, grafting, both A and B, and the seed. As earlier we have seen that the seed is a result of the sexual reproduction, and the budding and the grafting both are the vegetative method of the reproduction, and hence both A and B will be the answer for this question. Then which of the following statement is correct for rose propagation? The root stock is selected with the 7 leaflets. This is correct one. Scion is usually have 5 leaflets. This is also the correct one. Then Rosa canina and Rosa multiflora are commonly used rootstock species. So this is also the correct one, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. The rootstock is cut above graft union after. Usually it is cut after 4 to 5 weeks when the graft or the grafted bud is growing very well. Then which of the following indicates successful budding? Means if there is a budding and the bud is grafted on a rootstock, then first of all that the swelling of the grafted bud on the rootstock, this is the first indication of the union of the scion with the stalk. And then formation of the leaves by the grafted bud on the rootstock, this is the second indication. It means that both indicate the successful budding, and hence both A and B become the answer for this question. Then which of the following method is commonly used for chrysanthemum propagation? The chrysanthemum propagation can be cultivated with the help of seeds, but in the nurseries only, while the rootstock and the terminal cuttings are very commonly used in the gardens, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following method of propagation is used for the croton cultivation? In croton cultivation, the air layering is very common, and the tea budding and the split grafting are not used in the croton cultivation, and hence the B will be the correct answer for this question. A technique in which a stem is rooted while it is still attached to the mother plant is called as. If you see the plants, and in such a cases, here the one of the branch is used for the rooting, then such a type of the method is known as the air layering, and hence C will be the correct answer for this question. Then which of the following type of seeds produce true type, that is the clones? So the polyembryonic condition which is responsible for the formation of the multiple shoots which are similar to each other, and hence the B will be the correct answer. Then which of the following chemicals is applied for the faster growth of mango seedlings? Number one, that is the ammonium sulfate and ammonium nitrate, both are used for faster growth of the mango seedling, and hence C will be correct answer for this question. Then which of the following method of propagation is commonly used for the rose as well as the citrus plants cultivation? So the tea budding is one of the common method which is used for the rose plant as well as the citrus, and hence B will be the correct answer for this question. Then which of the following statement is correct? Number one, a cleft is made on the scion in saddle grafting. It means that if we see the scion and the cleft is made in the scion, so this is the scion and here this is the stalk, so this is known as the saddle grafting. While in the second one, that is the cleft is made on the rootstock, see here, this is the stalk or the rootstock and the cleft is made here, while the scion will fit inside it. So this will be the scion and this will be the rootstock. So this is known as the cleft grafting, and both these are the right, and hence C will be the correct answer for this question. In epicotyl or the stone grafting in mango, the rootstocks are 7 to 15 days old, this is correct one, and the scion are 1 to 2 months old, and this is also the correct one, and hence C will be the correct answer for this question. Then which of the following method is used in mango plants propagation? Number one, approach or the in-arch grafting, this is correct, which is to be used for the cultivation of the mango. Then whip, splice or the tongue grafting, this is also one of the practices which are used in the mango propagation. and the softwood grafting. This is also the correct one, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then chip budding is used for cultivation of. The characteristic feature of the chip budding is that it is used in the cultivation of the citrus, and hence B will be the correct answer for this question. Then what does the bonsai literally means? It is Japanese art? No, it is a Chinese art. Then trees often planted in a small pot. This is the correct. Banyan tree can be potted in a very small pot, or any other plant which is big tree that can be cultivated in a small pot, and this is the technique of the bonsai preparation. Then herbs often planted in a small pot, wrong one, and hence the correct answer become B. Then where does bonsai originate from? As we have seen, it is a Chinese art, and hence the China will be the correct answer for this question. Then what is the best time to prune the roots in making bonsai? So if you see the spring, summer and winter season, then the spring is the best time for pruning the roots in making the bonsai, because during the spring again there is a growth of the roots immediately and the plant remain as it is. Then what is the best time to collect trees from the forest for the bonsai or from any other sources? We know the plants in spring can support for growth and development very well when they are planted or replanted, and hence C will be the correct answer for this question. Then bonsai trees grow only when the soil is, usually during bonsai preparation the damp soil is preferred, and hence B will be correct answer for this question. Then which of the following planting media is useful in bonsai preparation? There is use of the loam soil, then leaf mold and the coarse sand together, and in the two parts, one part and one part respectively. It means that all the above will be required for the bonsai preparation. Then rooting of bonsai is practiced in repotting. So repotting of the bonsai is required after every 2 to 3 years, otherwise the plant will die. Then which of the following method is used in potting and repotting? When we have to cultivate the bonsai plant, and if we repot or transfer to the another pot, then what are the different practices that are to be carried out? So 1/3 of the roots can be trimmed, and this is correct one, so that the plant remain as it is forever, may not grow further. Then long tap roots are to be trimmed, this is important. Then excessive branches are to be thinned out, and this is also important practice, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following material is used to tie the roots of bonsai? During preparation of the bonsai, there is need to tie the roots, and for tying the roots there is very commonly used material, and that is the copper wire. But if we don't have the copper wire, even the polythene material can also be used to tie the roots, and hence both A and B become the answer for this question. The aluminum wires are not used to tie the roots during bonsai preparation. Then which of the following method is used for propagation of guava plants? Number 1, that is by cuttings, by seeds, and even the guava plant's root has the ability to grow, and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Then which of the following method is used in cultivation of lilium? So number 1, by sowing the seeds, this is usually carried out in the nurseries. Then scaly-cut method that we have seen earlier, which is one of the important method of the cultivation, as it is a rhizomatous plant. Then by bulb propagation, the bulbs are separated and can cultivated in the different pots. This is also one of the practice during the lilium cultivation. and hence all the above become the answer for this question. Friends, this lecture will be helpful to you in preparation of your examination, as it is skill based and new to you with respect to the syllabus of the subject. Thank you very much for watching this lecture completely. If you like this lecture and if it is beneficial to you, then kindly like, share and subscribe our YouTube channel Botany for You. And also press bell icon for the alerts of every lecture to be uploaded on different life sciences titles. And don't forget to join the Telegram group with the link given in the description, so that you can take the advantage of the different literature assistance as well as the career opportunities in life sciences in India and abroad. And if you want any query or want to contact with us, then you can visit our website www.botanyforyou.com. Thank you very much once again.